Hey YouTube, hope everybody is surviving the coronavirus in style out here. Hey, with everything going on, I thought I'd just do an update to my night vision helmet. What I got, why, what I like, what I don't like. Let's start off. This is a PVS 14 Monocular. Built by TNVC, Tactical Night Vision Company. It is an ITT Pinnacle tube, 5 years old, and it's a great tube. Green phosphor, not white phosphor, on a standard J-arm. And this is a Wilcox L4G11 mount, G11. So this is, I guess, the military standard mount. 5 years ago, it was between this and the G24. I went for the cheaper option versus the more expensive one. And it's a great mount. I hear the G24 has more adjustment options. And I have a LPMR MK2 camera, which isn't shown right now. I had to send it back. It did break, but this is a great mount. I think with the camera I might need a little bit more adjustability as well, but I love it for just standard use. It's a great mount. I mentioned the standard J-arm. I have just a Wilcox lanyard here, so if this thing gets bumped and it pops off, I'm not going to lose my $3,000 monocular. Just a standard Wilcox. All this is purchased through TNVC. Moving along, I have two IR reflective American flags. Those were purchased from Empire Tactical. Good company. These are good quality flags. Good quality IR reflective flags. They're nice. And this is the Surefire. I want to say it's the M300. It is a dual IR and white light. Okay. This is a great light. I believe the last video I made, I had the last video I did on my helmet specifically, I had the Enforce WML, and that was a white light only. This is IR and IR illuminator and a white light. And it is on a Unity Tactical knuckle. Okay, and you can see that swivels. I love this light setup the way it is on my helmet. I call this like a poor man's mall. This is the B.E. Myers Mall. There's 1,000,010 videos on how effective it is. Indoors, close range, it's got that wide flood. And what before I had the mall, I actually had a D-Ball A3, sorry, which I still have actually. And inside, if you point this down at the floor and I activate it with the IR, it's very effective indoors on like an office style room or a living room. I don't know how it is in bigger spaces. I've actually used it in my basement, which is a fairly large room, and it does fairly well down there. So I love this thing. Surefire makes a great product. This thing hasn't failed me. I did have to replace a battery on it the other day, but I mean, I literally use this thing all the time. So it's pretty good. It's good on battery life. This knuckle, Unity knuckle, was a little bit wonky, I'll say. You can see that, so it connects right here, okay? And there were two parts. Okay, there's this part, and then it was equally, this whole section, I guess, would go down to here, and that was so if I had to switch it to the other side of the helmet, so left or right side, right? You can flip it over, right? Well, I'm only using it on this side. I use it on my non-trigger hand. So I cut the bottom off because it was going into my my hearing protection. This thing's a little strange. This is the only place on this Team Wendy where it connects. Okay, so Team Wendy has this rail section, and it actually, you can see this whole rail section. Well, it only attaches right there. Okay, you can't move it down here. You can't move it back. So, luckily, these Unity, I believe it's the Marks, they're not going anywhere. This thing is rock solid. It is tight, and it doesn't slide on the Team Wendy rail. So I was able to move that down and operate this. But it took me a little bit of time to get that dialed into where I like it. But it's a nice setup now. It is. I got it zip tied on there, just in case it pops off. It tends to pop off a little bit, not a lot. If it gets snagged, it'll pop off. I have, these are just Peltor Tactical Sport 100s, nothing special. I don't know if you can see them. I have the Iron Forged Sarah adapters on there. They're nice. They're the metal adapters instead of the plastic ones that break. They're very nice. Moving back at the top, I have a Core Survival Hellstar 6. Okay, green light and a white strobe, and also an IR variant. Okay, so if I'm out hog hunting, I can activate my IR strobe if I have to go into the woods, into the brush to chase a hog or whatnot. And then this sits atop a TNVC Mohawk, and I love this thing. This is the best counterweight in the business, I think. I don't even think it's close. Looks great, first of all. Inside here, I have a full complement of batteries. So it's 3 AA's and 3 123s. So for the 123s, my Surefire light, okay, Surefire light, and then the Maul. So these 3 all have replacements, and then I have extra batteries for my if my PVS 14 dies, I can change a battery out on the fly at night. I have a kit where I keep batteries for my aim point. Actually, that thing just died for the first time. I think I've had this. I think Obama was president the last time. I changed the battery in that thing, so just a note. But I love the TNVC Mohawk. It's useful. It's great, nice balance. And then I have this here. This is the one that goes in my PVS 14. I always take the battery out, so just in case it gets accidentally turned on, I don't fry my $3,000 night vision tube. So when I look at my this helmet and I see that the battery's there, I know that it's not in the tube itself. It's pretty much it on this side. The same thing on the other side. So let's talk about the helmet itself, which is a Team Wendy LTP bump. When I bought this like 5 years ago, Team Wendy was all the rage. If you went on any forum or AR15.com or called TNVC themselves and said, "Hey man, I'm setting up night vision," they would hook you up with this very helmet. And then Team Wendy made the mistake of backing Hillary and having her out to their place for a rally. And the gun community didn't like that too much, so Team Wendy became the enemy of the people. At that time, I had already had the helmet. I liked it. I had it set up, and I said I'm not giving it up. If it breaks, I'll replace it with an ops core or an MTech or something. But I'm not just, for the sake of being spiteful, going to give up my helmet. And honestly, I love this helmet. Say what you want about Team Wendy's politics. They make an excellent helmet. It's very comfortable. The padding is great. The ratchet system's great. No complaints about this helmet at all. I do have a Team Wendy multicam cover. You can see that the helmet itself is tan with a multicam cover. I'm a firefighter by trade, and I have a Morning Pride Ben 2 Plus helmet that I love. And this helmet is more comfortable than that. I could wear this helmet for 6 hours with ease, if I needed to. Or, when I'm out hog hunting, I generally tend to have it on for a while. And just a little blurb here, one of the screws popped out the other day, just this week. And I contacted Team Wendy and I said, hey, I'm missing a screw. So it was causing, this right here is just like a cover. It's not, that's a regular screw. It holds on this strap, but it just slips over that. So, this doesn't screw into that rail section. So this whole front part of the rail section was kind of flapping. If I were to, this would flap out. You got a screw in here and then more back in here that actually secure the rail to the helmet. And I asked them, hey, can you sell me a screw? And they got right back to me. They said, we can, but we're closed, so we don't know when. Their customer service is excellent. They are going to send it out. In the meantime, I did what everybody does. Zip ties, right? Zip ties work on everything. It was great. So, sorry again, one-handed. And I'm using an Apple iPhone box to balance my helmet. Other than that, I'm trying to think. I do like the Monocular. I know everybody's going to dual tubes now. I like the peripheral vision I get from using just the Monocular. I don't do a lot of inside work in really, really low light conditions, so I can see how a set of duals would be better. But for what I'm doing, hunting and usually outside, this is perfect setup for me. Other than that, I'm trying to think of what else, if there's anything I don't like. Again, if I had to upgrade something, it would be the contacts. Upgrade 2 contacts, but it's been my helmet, going on 5 years now, so it's a nice setup. Anyway, I guess if I had to change something, I would get multicam version of this. Right, everything would be multicam. There'd be no black. Anyway, YouTube, that's what I got. Let me know what you think, and stay safe out there. Don't let the Rona get you. Peace.